Good morning. Today's lesson 1.10, page 43. Our topic is use place value to subtract. Our essential question is, how can you use place value to subtract three-digit numbers? Okay, so when we talk about using place value to subtract, it's what is known as the traditional method for subtracting. And so, unlock the problem. Ava sold 473 tickets for the school play. Kim sold 294 tickets. How many more tickets did Ava sell than Kim? Well, in our blue box to the right, it says, do you need to combine or compare the number of tickets sold? How many more tickets? So that would be compare. And then it says circle the numbers we'll need to use. Well, I know that Ava sold 473 tickets and Kim sold 294 tickets. So now use place value to subtract. Our estimate, using the compatible numbers, the nearest quarters, 473 is close to 475. 294 is close to 300. And then to subtract this, we don't need to there's no need to subtract, no need to regroup. So 75 take away nothing is 75. And 400 take away 300 is 100. So we should expect our answer to be somewhere close to 175. So when we subtract using place value, step 1, subtract the ones. So we're going to line up our place value, subtract the ones. 3 is less than 4. So I have 473 and I'm taking away 294. So if I have 3, there's no way to take away 4 because 3 is less than 4. So I'm going to use the 7 tens. Pardon me for a second. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I have 7 tens and 3 ones. I'm going to borrow from the tens and regroup the 7 tens and 3 ones as 6 tens and 13 ones. If you remember from addition, when we had 13 ones, we could regroup the 13 ones as 1 10 and 3 ones. So all we're doing here is we're borrowing and kind of in a sense going the other direction. So 6 tens, 13 ones replaces 7 tens and 3 ones. So often you'll cross out the 3 because we want to make it bigger so we have enough to subtract the 4. So in this case, now we have 13 ones. And then we took 1 10 from the 7 and that gave us 6 tens. All right, so 13 take away 4 is 9. And we then go to our next step and it says subtract the tens. Now I no longer have 7 tens, I have 6 tens because I regrouped the 7 tens as 6 tens and 13 ones, the 73. So 6 is less than 9. So again, I can't take 9 from 6. So I'm going to regroup the 400s and 6 tens as 300 and 16 tens. 16 tens would be 160. And 300 plus 160 is 460. So now I can take 16 take away 9. 9 is basically close to 10, right? So if I had 16 take away 10, it would be 6. I'm going to add that 1 back, so 7. 16 take away 9 is 7. And now I'm going to go to the final step, step 3, and I'm going to subtract the hundreds. And I have 300 take away 200. I can do that. So 300 take away 200 is 100. And now they're saying that we can add to check our answer because addition and subtraction undo each other. So we can use addition to check our subtraction answer. And so our, our answer is 179. And if we add that to what was being taken away, it should give us what we had, 473. 9 and 4 is 13. Regroup the 13 ones is 110 and 3 ones. 7 and 1 is 8. I'm sorry, there's an easier way. 9 and 1 is 10, and 7 more is 17. We're going to have to regroup the 17 tens as 100 and 7 tens. And now add the hundreds, 4, 2, 3, 4, 473. And so that is what we started with. So Ava sold 179 more tickets than Kim. And since 179 is close to the estimate of 175, our answer is reasonable. Okay, try this one. 631, take away 258. Step 1, 1 is less than 8. So we're going to have to regroup the 3 tens and 1 1 as 2 tens and 11 ones. 11 take away 8 is 3. Now step 2, we're going to move to the tens. I cannot take 5 from 2. So I'm going to have to regroup the 600 and 2 tens as 500 and 12 tens. 12 take away 5 is 7. And step 3, subtract the hundreds. 5 take away 2 is 3. Now, we're going to check our answer by adding. So my answer was 373. I'm going to add what we took away, and it should give me 631. 8 and 3 is 11. I'm going to regroup the 11 ones as 110 and 11 and 1 1. 7 and 1 is 8, and 5 more is 13. I'm going to regroup the 13 tens as 100 and 3 tens and add the hundreds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 631, they do match. Okay, so let's turn and go to page 44. Use place value to find 890, take away 765. So an estimate would be 900, take away 750. If I count up by, if I go from 50 to the 750 to the nearest 100, I'd be adding 50. That gives me 800. 800 to 900 is 100. So I should have an answer close to 150. Okay, subtract the ones. I have no ones right now, and I have to take away 5. That's not possible. So I'm going to have to borrow from the tens, or regroup from the 9 tens and 0 ones as 8 tens and 10 ones. 10 take away 5 is 5. Step 2, subtract the tens. 8 take away 6. We can do that, so no need to regroup. Step 3, subtract the hundreds. 800 take away 700 is 100. So let's check our answer. We have our answer of 125, or difference of 125, and we're going to add back the 765 that we took away. 5 and 5 is 10. We will regroup that as 110 and no ones. 6, 8, 9, no need to regroup. 7 and 1 is 8, and I see that that is the same exact number as what we started with, 890. Circle the problem in which you need to regroup. Find the difference. 4 take away 3, no need to regroup. 9 take away 8, no need to regroup. 8 take away 5, no need to regroup. 1 take away 1, no need to regroup. 2 take away nothing, no need to regroup. 5 take away 3, no need to regroup. 8 take away 7, no need to regroup. 1 take away 2. Here we are going to have to regroup. So This is the one that we have to regroup. Find the difference. 8 take away 7, we don't have to regroup. But now when we get to the tens place, I only have one 10 and I have to take away two 10s. It's not possible. So I'm going to change the 900 and 110 to 800 and 11 tens. 11 tens take away 2 tens is 9 tens. 800 take away 400, 491. We want to check our answer. We take 491. We add the 427. 7 and 1 is 8. 9 and 2 is 11. Regroup the 11 tens as 100 and 110. And 4 and 4 plus 1 more is 9. So 918. These other ones, 1 take away 1 is 0. 2 take away nothing is 2. And 5 take away 3 is 220. 4 take away 3 is 1. 9 take away 8 is 1. 800 take away 500, 300. If we check these, my difference was 311. I'm going to add back what was being taken away. 3 and 1 is 4. 8 and 1 is 9 tens. And 500 and 300 is 894. So those do check. In this one, I have a difference of 220. I'm going to add back the 301 that was being taken away. 1 and nothing is 1. So 1, 1. 2 tens and no tens is 2 tens. 300 plus 200 is 500. And that matches my answer. Matches what I started with. All right, number 1. Page 44, number 1. Estimate, then use place value to find 627 minus 384. 625. 627 is close to 625. 384, we can go ahead and change that to 400. And 625 take away 400 is 225. So now we'll actually subtract. And 7 take away 4 is 3. No need to regroup. 2 tens take away 8 tens. Can't do that. 8 is bigger than 2. So we're going to regroup the 600s and 2 tens as 500 and 12 tens. 12 tens take away 8 tens is 4 tens. 500 take away 300 is 243. So take our difference, add it to what was being taken away. 4 and 3 is 7. You don't have to regroup the ones. 8 and 4 is 12. We'll regroup the 12 tens as 100 and 2 tens. 2 and 1 is 3. 3 and 3 is 6. And that does match our answer. Since 243 is close to our estimate of 225, our answer is reasonable. Okay, so let's move on to page 45. All right, estimate, then find the difference. Our estimate, in this case, we can make 400 take away 100, rounding to the nearest hundreds. 400 take away 100 is 300, so we should get an answer somewhere around 300. Step 1, subtract the 1. 6 take away 3, we can do that. 6 is greater than 3. 8 take away 2, we can do that. 8 is greater than 2. 3 take away 100, 300 take away 100 is 200. 263 is close to 300. Okay, in this one we could go 525, take away 200 as our estimate, and we should get an answer close to 325. Now, 9 ones take away 5 ones. I can do that because 9 is greater than 5. That leaves me 4. 110, take away no tens, 110. 500, take away 200, 314. 314 is close to 325. In number 4, 456 is close to the compatible number 450. So 217, we can make 225. And 25 to 50 would be 25. And 400 take away 200 is 200. So I would be expecting an answer close to 225. 6 ones take away 7 ones. I can't do that. So I need to regroup the 5 tens and 6 ones as 4 tens and 16 ones. And 16 ones take away 7 ones is 9. 4 tens take away 1 10 is 3 tens. 400 take away 200 is 200. 239 is close to 225. Our answer is reasonable. Okay, number 4. I'm going to use compatible number 650. Take away 150. So I should expect an answer about 500. So I have 2 ones. It says take away 9 ones. Can't do that, right? So I'm going to regroup 4 tens and 2 ones as 3 tens and 12 ones. 12 ones take away 9 ones is 3 ones. 3 tens take away 5 tens. Can't do that. 5 is greater than 3. So I'm going to regroup the 600 as 500. Sorry. I'm going to regroup the 600, 600s and 3 tens as 500 and 13 tens. 13 take away 5 is 8. 500 take away 100 is 400. And we see that 483 is close to 500. Number 6. I round to the nearest 10. I'm going to get an answer close to 20. 2 take away nothing. 2 ones take away no ones. 2 ones. 4 tens take away 2 tens is 2 tens. 200 take away 200 is 0. So 22 is close to 20. Okay, number 7. 870. I'm going to change 492 to 500. So I should expect an answer about 370. I have 0 ones, and I have to take away 2 ones. I can't do that, so I'm going to regroup the 7 tens and 0 ones as 6 tens and 10 ones. 10 ones take away 2 ones is 8 ones. 6 tens take away 9 tens. But I can't do that, so I'm going to regroup the 8 tens, 800s, and 6 tens as 700 and 16 tens. 16 tens take away 9 tens is 7. 700 take away 400 is 300. 378 is very close to 370. And I'm going to use compatible number of 650, 260. I'm also going to use 250. That gives me an estimate of about 400. So I should get an answer close to 400. All right. Step 1, subtract the ones. 4 ones, take away 3 ones. We can do that. 4 is greater than 3. 5 tens, take away 6 tens. Can't do that. So I'm going to borrow, regroup from the 600s and 5 tens and change that to 500 and 15 tens. 15 tens, take away 6 tens is 9. 500 take away 200 is 300. 391 is close to 400. In number 9, I'm going to round to the nearest 100. So I'll get 900, take away 600. So I should expect an answer somewhere in the neighborhood of 300. 7 ones take away 8 ones. Can't do that, so I'm going to exchange the 3 tens and 7 ones as 2 tens and 17 ones. 17 take away 8 is 9. 2 tens take away 1 10. We can do that. 1 10. 900 take away 600, 300. 319 is close to 300. Number 10. 435 take away 312. So 435, I could say, is close to 425. And 312 is close to 300. So I'm expecting an answer about 125. We have 5 ones, and we need to take away 2 ones. We can do that because the 5 is greater than 2. That leaves me 3 ones. I have 3 tens, and I need to take away 1 10. Easy to do, because 3 is greater than 1. 400, take away 300, 100. 123, very close to 125. Okay, number 11. We can go 600, take away 500. We're expecting an answer somewhere around 100. 7 ones, take away 1 1. 6 ones. 110, take away no tens. 1 is greater than 0, so 110. And 600, take away 500, 100. 116 is close to 100. Number 12. I'm going to round up to the nearest 100 on this one. And I'm going to round 268 to the nearest 100, which would be 300. 900 take away 300, 600. So I'm expecting an answer close to 600. Number 12. I have 3 ones, and I have to take away 8 ones. I can't do that. The 8 is larger than the 3. So I need to regroup the 9 tens and 3 ones as 8 tens and 13 ones. 13 ones take away 8 is 5. 8 tens take away 6 tens is 2. And 8 hundreds take away 2 hundreds is 600. Compare that to your estimate, and if it's close, your answer is reasonable. Okay, number 13. 750 take away 275. Okay, so if we're counting up by quarters, 75 is 3 quarters. So to get to the nearest 100, I would be adding 25. So now I'm at 300. To go from 300 to 50 would be another 50. So we know we have to add 75. So I'm expecting an answer close to 475. All right, so let's see. 0 ones take away 6 ones. We can't do that. The 0 is smaller than the 6. So I'm going to regroup the 5 tens and 0 ones as 4 tens and 10 ones. Now, 10 take away 6 we can do. 10 is larger than 6. 4 tens take away 7 tens. I can't do that because the 4 is smaller than 7. So I'm going to regroup the 700s and 4 tens as 600 and 14 tens. 14 take away 7 tens is 7 tens. 600 take away 200 is 400. 474, very, very close to 475. All right, 14. 568 take away 276. I'm going to change 568 to 575. 276, I'm going to change to 275. And I should get an answer that's close to 300. 8 take away 2, 6 is 2 ones. 6 tens take away 7 tens, you can't do because 6 is smaller than 7. I'm going to regroup the 500 and 6 tens as 400 and 16 tens. 16 take away 7 tens is 9 tens, and 400 take away 200, 292. 292 is close to 300. Okay, 15, 761, take away 435. Now we could just round quickly up to 100, or we could use nearest quarters. I think I'll use compatible numbers of 750, take away 450, and that leaves me an estimate of 300 again. Now let's subtract. I have 1 1, and I have to take away 5 ones. Can't do that, so I'm going to regroup the 6 tens and 5 ones as 5 tens and 11 ones. 11 ones, take away 5 ones, is 6 ones. 5 tens, take away 3 tens, is 2 tens. 700, take away 400, is 300. 326 is roughly in the neighborhood of 300. 16, 829, take away 765. So this time I'm just going to round to the nearest 100. And so actually I should get an answer that's close to 0. Well, let's see. 9 take away 5. We can do that. Is 4. 2 tens take away 6 tens. We can't do that. So we're going to borrow from, regroup from the 7, 8 tens, 8 hundreds, and 2 tens as 700 and 12 tens. 12 tens take away 6 is 64. So we have an answer of 64, and we expected an estimate of 0. So what could we have done differently to get something closer? We could have gone 825, take away 775, and then to go from 775 to 825 would have been 50. So it might have been better for us to round or use compatible numbers in this case. Okay. All right, and finally 17, 974, take away 285. So if we round to the nearest 10, nearest 100, 300 taken from 1,000, we would expect an answer somewhere around 700. All right, so let's see what we can do here. 4 take away 5. Can't do that because 4 is less than 5. I'm going to regroup the 7 tens and 4 ones as 6 tens and 14 ones. 14 ones take away 5 ones is 9. 6 tens take away 8 tens. Can't do that because 6 tens is smaller. I'm going to regroup the 900 and 6 tens as 800 and 16 tens. 16 take away 8 tens is 8 tens. 800 take away 2 tens. 800 take away 200, 600. 689 is close to 700. Okay, number 18. Now on these, they're saying some number, we have 86, take away some number, leaves me with 62. So remember that I can take my answer, my 62, add it to what I'm taking away, and it should give me 86. So 62 plus what gives me 86? 2 plus what is 6? 4. And 6 plus what is 8? 2. So is this correct? 6 take away 4 is 2. 8 take away 2 is 6. So that's right. Okay. So remember addition undoes subtraction. Okay, in this case, 0 plus what would give me 2 ones? 2 ones. 4 tens plus what would give me 7 tens? 3 tens. 200 plus what would give me 300? 100. So let's see if we're right here with 132. 2 take away 2 is 0. 7 tens take away 3 tens is 4 tens. 300 take away 100 is 240. 172 plus what is 537? 2 plus what is 7? 5. 5 ones and 2 ones is 7. 7 plus what would end in a 3? Well, 7's already bigger than 3, so I know that this is probably 13. So 7 plus what is 13? 6. If we regroup that, we have 200s here. So 200 plus how many hundreds would give me 500? 300. So in this case, let's put 365 in there. 7 ones take away 5 ones, gives me 2 ones. 3 tens take away 6 tens, we can't do, so we would have regrouped the 500 and 3 tens as 400 and 13 tens. 13 take away 6 is 7, and 4 take away 3 is 100. So that is the correct answer. And finally, 335 plus something gives me 629. 5 plus what would give you 9? 4. 3 plus what would give me a 2? Well, 3 is bigger than 2, so we have to go to 12 probably. So 3 plus 9 is 12. Well, remember, we would have had to regroup the 12 tens as 100 and 2 tens. 300 plus 100 is 400. 400 plus what is 600? 200. So let's try 294. 9 take away 4 is 5. 2 tens take away 9 tens. We know we can't do that, so we're going to regroup the 600 and 2 tens as 500 and 12 tens. 12 tens take away 9 tens is 3. 500 take away 200 is 300. So 294. Okay, and finally on page 46, use the table for problems 22 and 23. So it says school play tickets sold. We have 3 students, and these are the number of tickets that they sold. Alicia sold 59 fewer tickets than Jenna and Matt sold together. How many tickets did Alicia sell? So I look on here and I don't see Alicia, but I do know Jenna and Matt. So Jenna sold 282 and Matt sold 178. So let's add those 2 students together and see how many tickets they sold. 8 and 2 ones is 10 ones. I'm going to regroup the 10 ones as 110 and no ones. 7 and 1 is 8. 8 and 8 is 16. I'm going to regroup the 16 tens as 100 and 6 tens. 2, 3, 4. 460. So they sold 460. Now Alicia sold 59 fewer than them. So that means less than 460. Okay, subtracting. You might logically look at this and say, well, 59, that's only 1 away from 60. So 401. But let's go through the steps. I have 0 ones and I got to take away 9. Can't do that. 0 is less than 9. So I'm going to regroup the 6 tens as 5 tens and 10 ones. 10 ones take away 9 ones is 1 1. 5 tens take away 5 tens is no tens. And 4 take away nothing. 400 take away no hundreds is 401. So 401. And then we explain what we did. Matt and Jenna sold 460 tickets, and 460 take away 59 equals 401. How many more tickets would each student need to sell so that each student sells 350 tickets? Okay, so Jenna, Matt, Sonia. So we basically have three subtraction problems. 350 take away 282. 350 take away 178. 350 take away 331. So 0 ones take away 2 ones. We can't do that, so we're going to regroup the 5 tens and no ones as 4 tens and 10 ones. 10 ones take away 2 is 8. 4 tens take away 8 tens. We can't do, so we're going to regroup the 300s and 4 tens as 200 and 14 tens. 14 tens take away 8 tens is 68. 200 take away 200 is 0. So Jenna would need to sell 68 more tickets. Matt, I have 0 ones and I got to take away 8 ones. I can't do that, so I'm going to regroup the 5 tens and 0 ones as 4 tens and 10 ones. 10 take away 8 is 2. 4 tens take away 7 tens. We can't do, so we're going to regroup the 300s and 4 tens as 200 and 14 tens. 14 take away 7 tens is 7 tens. 200 take away 100, 172. So Matt needs to sell another 172 tickets. And Sonia, the 0 ones take away 1 1. You can't do that, 0 is less than 1. So we're going to regroup the 5 tens and 0 ones as 4 tens and 10 ones. 10 ones take away 1 1 is 9. 4 tens take away 3 tens is 110. 300 take away 300 is 0. So Sonia needs to sell 19. Nina says to check subtraction, add the difference to the number you subtracted from. Does this statement make sense? Yes, it does. I'm sorry, let me see. Nina says to check subtraction, not from the number you subtracted from, but the number that was subtracted. So we add the difference, and difference means the answer to a subtraction problem, to the number being subtracted. Do you have to regroup to find 523 minus 141? We'll line these up by place value to see. Do you have to regroup the ones? No. We do have to regroup the hundreds. We would need to regroup 500 and 2 tens as 400 and 12 tens. So yes, we would have to regroup because 2 tens is less than 4 tens. Students want to sell 400 tickets to the school talent show. They have sold 214 tickets. How many more tickets do they need to sell to reach their goal? Show your work. So 400 is what our goal is. We've already sold 214. So if I subtract that, that'll tell me how many more tickets I need to sell. No ones take away 4 ones. I can't do that. But I also can't regroup from 0 tens. So this time I'm going to regroup the 400 as 300, 10 tens, 3 hundreds and 10 tenths is 400. Now I can regroup the 10 tens as 9 tens and 10 ones. Now I can subtract. 10 take away 4 is 6. 9 tenths take away 110 is 8. And 300 take away 200 is 186. Okay, so that's it for lesson 1.10. You'll do your independent work on Go Math Online. If you have any questions, you can stop and ask me. Again, remember to use your math book and the video to help you if you need additional help. So until tomorrow, good luck.